Guys, I have to stop hanging out with DoorDash drivers. I hung out with one. I take public transportation to and from work. I didn't feel like cooking food. It's not that I worked late or even hard. I just didn't feel like it. I would never work late or hard by any means. I know I'm just a replaceable person, and you can be very replaceable no matter what you do. I just don't care for working hard. Even this. Look at this video. The lighting's all fucked. In my sweatshirt, it's covered in cat hair. I got cat hairs hanging off my microphone. If anything, I'm just as disgusting as whoever's watching this video, and I think our truest forms are rather disgusting. I think it's okay. I think it's chill. I'm taking public transit home, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna do the old DoorDash meets me at my house. I'm gonna have food as soon as I get home, and it's gonna be awesome. I'll kick off my night of pretty tame debauchery, just stuff in my face, paying for convenience, because that's what debauchery is, in my opinion. Now, just us being lazy and not even being fucking humans, really. Just swiping on DoorDash or just browsing DoorDash. If you have to browse DoorDash for longer, 10 minutes is already long, but anything longer than that, just fucking eat a handgun. Jesus fucking Christ. Maybe I'm the only one that's did 10 minutes plus, and I have very suicidal thoughts that get me in and out of 72-hour supervision. It's just being lazy, getting sucked into algorithms on YouTube, yeah, even Netflix. Pornhub has a algorithm. I would suggest it used to be a thing. Delete my browser history. No, you're gonna want to keep it, especially if you're an addict, which maybe many of us are, maybe many of us are not. You're just gonna want to keep it, and you're still gonna be scrolling for the right video. But anyway, so yeah, the food was gonna meet me at my house. I was gonna go enjoy the night and not have to cook and clean. Not that I would have done it anyways. And so I'm walking home, which, by the way, somebody on the walk home is limping. I live in a very LGBTQT, all the letters neighborhood, and somebody asked me for directions, and I thought I pointed them out in the right direction, but my map was turned. So I told him to go north, and I think he really needed to go east or west. That's a hate crime, and I don't feel good about it. I think I would get a lawyer to argue that I didn't commit a hate crime, but he was limping. So I was like, fuck. I pointed him in the wrong direction. Plus, I'm a fast walker. I think I would have caught up if he wasn't limping. And I only live on the second floor of my building, and I was going to run down and say, fuck, I steered you astray. And no, you need to actually go this way. And then I just said, fuck it. I'm just a bigot. I'm ready to eat this DoorDash. And I haven't gotten to this part of the story, but I was hanging out with my DoorDasher. So it would be rude because I had company. And sometimes it's just how it is, folks. You have company over and you're a bigot. It's not necessarily a win. Judgment of character. You hope it gets left under the rug. You hope your white male privilege has the upper hand at all times. Sometimes it doesn't. That's fair. Sometimes it doesn't. I want every white male to know sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there are cracks in the foundation. You really fumble the bag being a white privileged male. But usually you have a little more dinero to your name. I don't think I have anything to worry about. And I did feel bad about it. And I did want to chase him down. But I didn't. And I'm a bigot. That is okay. For now. I just got to be better. I got to, next time a stranger asks me for directions of any background, straight white male, not leading him astray. Gay Latino man, I'm going to mess with him and lead him astray. But then we'll be like, I'm just kidding. Come here, knucklehead. Come here, my ally. I am an ally, folks. I seem to be getting a right wing following on TikTok, and I think the left is completely insane and they whine a lot. I was raised by a single mom, and I think I'm just naturally progressive. And are there extremes of everything? Yeah, sure. But I am attracting a lot of right wingers, which I'm okay. I can hang with the right wings too. I just watch my limit of offensive things I say and be like, okay, they obviously believe that full heartedly. And I can't say that because I won't stand up for the group either. So, anyways, I'm almost home. I'm walking way faster than the person I just led astray. And my DoorDash driver is waiting. This just has bugged me in Chicago. And maybe it's just because there's a shit ton of, they're just trying to cover their own tracks. I get it. But I don't want to talk to people. I don't. And I have leave at door, and I have so many pictures, both for my work and for my home address, exactly where to put it, detailed descriptions. Yeah, my address says blah, 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 Summerdale Avenue, but the building doors and front door are right on Damon. And I adjust my pen, have the exact photos, where to place it. They just constantly call me, and I never pick up because I just come downstairs and I submit. I have every right to be like, don't fucking answer the phone. Don't even go down there. Don't make contact with this person, Josh. You worked so hard all day long just by showing up and not working hard. You were present 10 hours of the day. You were present in a workplace or workplace adjacent. Don't show your face to them, Josh. That's a disgrace. That's disgusting. These are low level people. You don't have to. You don't owe them anything. And I always tip handsomely, by the way. I always do. I mainly do Uber Eats, but for the sake of the joke, DoorDash seems funnier. It's like a 25% tip. I usually almost always hit that. And then if it's like dot 89, dot 39, I round up to the next dollar on top of that. I'm aware I'm being a piece of shit and I want to take care of the person that thinks they're working. That's what I was getting to. I don't owe them anything because I was actually in a workplace environment following strict HR guidelines. A fucking DoorDash driver's not doing that by any means. They think they're working. Yeah, I want to help them make money so they can evade the traditional workplace environment. Doesn't have to sit down with HR once a week. That's what they told me. Josh, I think you're becoming a frequent flyer down here. That can be concerning. Thank goodness we always hear both sides. Though your words can easily be misconstrued, we just want to hear your side of the story. The more times you end up down here, the less likely you may retire. And so I told my coworker I was going to rape them. Why are you giving me a slap on the wrist? Is it bothered anybody that I'm holding the microphone like this? I'm just trying to be an individual and be cool. And so the DoorDash driver, anyways, I'm approaching and he's just looking around. And I have this directory on my, it never fucking works. And he's like looking at it. And he says, "You're late." I was like, dude, what? You're going to tell me that I'm late after doing the city grind, making a simple 8-hour workday, which you can't even begin to scratch the surface on that. But on top of 2 more hours for the commute, round trip, and you're going to say that I'm late? That's fucking low. But I got to be honest with you, buddy. I'm surprised you said that I am late. You said 2 words, a contraction and another word. You're late. And it came out flawlessly with an accent. That's impressive. I was like, yeah, man, sorry. I was giving somebody false directions and I feel like shit. He said, don't worry about that guy. I got your order here faster than the promised delivery. And I said, I appreciate that. And I always take good care of you guys. You see the tip there, huh? Completes the order. Wow. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hate to hold you up talking about patting myself on the back of how well I tip you guys trying to evade the traditional work environment, which I don't blame you. I guess I'm more of a slave to confining than you are. If you make it work, man, you make it work. That's the beauty. 1099, right? The form, the 1099 gang. Yeah, sorry to hold you up from your next order. He's like, I don't have another order. I said, why the fuck did you say I was late then? So that's the issue with you DoorDash employees. I'm hyper aware. I'm being very generous calling you guys employees. I was like, you guys think you can speak your mind because there's no HR lurking over your shoulders. But I can still report you. I never do. Let me get your guys' opinion on this. I DoorDashed one night, very hungry, much like how I just said, did not want to cook, and I was being lazy. I DoorDashed, and I'm almost very diligent about this, checking the address before I even start the order. I didn't. Up until delivery, I thought it was coming to my house. I went to my work. And I just said, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I'm a dumbass. I fucked up. How many of you try to fight to get your money back on that? Because I hope the answer is zero. I hope you're aware how fucking awful and lazy you are and how stupid and unbrilliant you are. That you fucked up, and I hope you acknowledge that. And the first thing I did when I saw the picture, I texted my manager and I said, hey, if the boys want my Taco Bell order, they're more than welcome to have it. I fucked up. And I fed my coworkers Taco Bell. I'm sure all the Ecuadorians I work with were happy to have a taste of home. But if I have any lefties watching the podcast, I want to let them know I'm joking. I don't give a shit anymore. That totally wasn't a joke. That was what I believe. And then I just say I can either try to whip something up here, or I can try to walk to the next Taco Bell and I don't have to eat the delivery fee and the tip. And then I just did pretty much the predictable outcome. I tried again and I got it to my house and I was out like $60 on DoorDash for the night. This is fucking DoorDash employees like breaking my balls. I'm breaking his balls. I was like, dude, let's just, you're not doing any orders. Sign out of the fucking app. Let's hang out. And it was really awkward. I don't know if he thought I was going to share, but I was like, no, it's pretty common. I eat a taco 12 pack to myself a lot. I was like, sometimes if I have a late lunch, I'll save like 3 tacos, just put them in the refrigerator and eat them the next day. But unfortunately, I took my lunch at the right time today, and I'm probably going to eat all of this. And we just talked about shit. I said he had an accent. He's from Australia. He probably was annoyed. I was like, doesn't a lot of shit in Australia just kill you? He's like, yeah, might. I was like, ugh. I was like, I've said this on the podcast before on the finding my ideal wife. The podcast, if you've been keeping up, the podcast is taking a left turn, hasn't it? And I said, oh yeah. I was like, I think the Boston accent's pretty miserable, but Australia's, that kind of gives the English speakers a bad rap. And that's kind of hard. Usually, if you speak flawless English and that's your only language you know in the world, usually that gives you a pretty good leg up. But your accent just makes it horrible. I know we're two different continents here, but it makes me not even be proud to be an American. I kind of wish I was a illegal immigrant, fucking causing havoc in the streets and trying to DoorDash. That's one thing. I work at a hotel. These DoorDash guys, they won't even speak the same language, which I'm okay with. Some people really complain about it. I think I can fucking look at a picture of a gordita from Taco Bell and I can either send it over to the office side or just put it in my lobby. I think I can do that. I think I can talk with my hands enough to get the communication through. But some of these guys, there's no hope. They're on the phone and don't know what the other person is saying, and they just give it to me. There's just a guy on business standing in the lobby waiting for transportation, and a fucking non-English speaking DoorDash. I keep calling them employees. A DoorDash employee just comes in confused and hands the phone to a white guy in a suit. I'm sure that's happened. I think it's funny, but I'm sure the white guy in the suit, he doesn't have any time for that kind of tomfoolery. He's annoyed. That's going to be a very big, aggravating talking point wherever the hell he's going. And it's sad. It's funny to me. But then when I'm in the same position, I get the phone. I'm like, what the fuck? You can't even just look at me confused and just shrug. Can you do that before you just shove the phone in my face and I'm talking to potentially somebody that's not even at the hotel if we share an address with a large office building? I still don't lose sleep over it, but it's just insane. But to go piggyback on this fucking Australian's DoorDash career, I'm just sitting there thinking about how I'm a bigot giving false directions and I can't leave because it'd be rude to leave company. I mean, it was already rude to not offer the thing he delivered, but that was part of his job. I'll tell you what, if roles were reversed, I'm at a hotel and I do a check-in and the guest is like, you want to hang out? And I'm going to say no 1,000 times out of 1,000. That's insane. There's one time I did have a beer with somebody at my old job. No, I would not. I got work to do. I got to make a living wage. And even if I had the time to hang out in a hotel room, it just seems fucking lame. What do I get out of it? Especially from a regular Joe? Yeah, celebrity. You want to hang out? Sure, I don't give a shit. Let's do it. Somebody interesting? There's not that many people I find interesting that I check into a hotel. They're all needy, helpless, can hardly think for themselves. So the fact that this Australian DoorDash guy wants to hang out with me, the fact that I even offered also raises some eyebrows and some concerns. But it happened, ladies and gentlemen. I hung out with an Australian guy just right over here to my left. And then I showed him a couple YouTube videos and I bombed. You don't think that's funny or interesting at least? And he's like, no, mate. I was like, all right, why are we hanging out? I just ate 12 tacos, so I'm probably. I know everyone wants me to say probably gonna go use the bathroom, but the way that I break down food and my digestive system is perhaps like archaic and delayed. It just doesn't do it the normal human way, and it's been like that my entire life. I just said I guess I'm gonna watch my videos that I enjoy. I don't live in a luxury building or anything. I'm sure you can find the way out. Just make sure you close the door because the cat likes to run out. I was like, good day, mate. The craziest thing, guys, that's not even the first time it's happened. I am repeating the same things, expecting different results, expecting to make a friend. So I can stop filming in the dark, talking about nothing. And it's just always awkward every time hanging out with your DoorDash delivery driver. It's really awkward when it's like they're like in a rush because they accepted another order and you finally say, no, it's going to be fine. And you get in the living room and you're just like, what the fuck? This is worse than meeting up and having the least amount of chemistry off a dating app. And it's just like twiddling our thumbs. People call me Jay Gatsby. I got a lot of hope. I got a lot of hope. One of these DoorDash drivers are going to be, they're going to be my Daisy. Like a friend, like a homie. One of these homies is Daisy. But it's the damn awkwardness. That's the fucking Tom Buchanan in all this. They can't vibe with me. I'm a pretty fucking likable person. I'm pretty normal. Like I'm covered in cat hair. But until next time, folks. Until next time. All right, guys. I'm getting out of here. I held the microphone like it was kind of like a dick. I kind of enjoyed it. Friday's episode, I come out of the closet, guys. See you on Friday.